It's time to install some trucks, guys. How difficult can this really be? It should just be a breeze, right? All right, first thing we need to do is get this thing unwound so we can suck it up underneath the dozer some way, shape, or form. What do you think? Take the crane and lift that up and over?
Yep.
This is like one of the few things that'd probably be easier like out in the field with a skid steer.
Oh, yeah.
Or excavator. But
yeah.
We're in the nice heated shop with a crane, so we're gonna make the best out of it. All right, here is kind of the fear and the concerns of these tracks that have been sitting around for a while is a stuck joint, and that's what we have right here. So we're gonna try our best to free it up. We had a couple of those that was stiff, but they freed up. This one here seems to be stuck. So we got a piece of tubing underneath it. We got a counterweight over here. I'm gonna go try to get the loader, and we're just gonna drive in here and see if we can't put a little pressure down on that, see if we can get it to break loose. I don't think it's stuck beyond hope, but it's definitely not moving. Whenever I say stuck, and you see how the track's got a kink in it right there, that pin right there is not pivoting in the bushing. So I'm gonna grab the loader, we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, that's good. I guess you could see I probably wasn't doing very good, but he got it broke loose. Myself, I don't think that it was ever stuck. I think it's all in his head, because I thought I seen it moving. He said, no, it's not moving, but I think it's all in his head. So there it is. It's free.
Well, that went way easier than I thought it was gonna go.
Yep, I had a feeling it was.
I was ready for a full-on battle.
Because I thought, I'm seeing it move.
I'm sure the penetrating oil and the 5 hits of the sledgehammer broke it free, and the loader took all the glory. Or was it just the awesome loader operator that scared it to death?
I think it's the bottom we got the tracks in, and if we would have had it stretched all the way out, I think it would have fell right into place. But.
All right, so what are you thinking? We'll take that, set it back over out of the way.
Yep.
And we'll try to start getting them worked up underneath the dozer here.
Yep.
Let us get situated and we'll come back and grab y'all's. All right, put that swirly ones. We'll run it on through and let it.
I think it'll be fine.
Well, it can't go too far.
I mean, I just don't want it to come crashing down. That's the only thing it's going to do, make it come crashing down if we start pulling. We'll hook that up to that other strap.
Yeah.
Take this down there and hook it up, pull it on through.
All right, so here's kind of the plan. We got this thing laid out pretty good. It is, all the joints are loose. They're all moving. I think they're going to continue to loosen up as we get going. This rail does have some wear on it, but it is considerably tighter than the other one. So I think what we're gonna do, we're a little misaligned there, if you guys can see. Loader's just outside the door. I think we're gonna take the loader, pull it over to get it lined up. And I guess we'll take the hoist and see if we can pull it on around. What do you think?
I think so.
I think our biggest fight's gonna be getting it across the top of the rollers, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. You're in deep thought.
Yeah. No, I think we'll be able to get that.
Be a lot easier if Todd had a roller here.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Todd, how dare him.
We're always waiting on him.
We're always waiting on Todd.
Gosh.
You just wait. He'll show up here at some point, blow through the door like he owns the place, and tell us everything we did wrong, try to sell us parts, and leave.
I bet nobody else has got to wait. I think he makes us wait on purpose.
All right. Get the loader hooked up.
Good. I think that's good there. Now I just got that front we got to pull over. All right.
Check that out. Track is laid flat on the ground. All the joints are moving. We are started up underneath the dozer. We are fairly lined up. No, actually we're not lined up bad at all. So Aaron has got the strap hooked to the track down underneath there. We're coming up and around the front idler, just using it as a big pivot pulley, which is actually good because we're shoving that back, relieving some of that grease pressure as we may need. If these tracks are better than the other tracks, we're going to need that extra extra room up there. So let's see what you got. Don't pull it off the jack.
Yeah, you watch that jack.
Oh yeah. Over so we get started on that thing. All right, we're rehooked. You ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
Let her rip, Tater Chip.
Oh, you want to go up, not down.
So close.
Yep.
Hold up there a second. Aaron, hold up, we're hitting our jack. That's what we're catching on. Hydraulic hose.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got it pulled up as far as we can. We got a jack sitting down here trying to keep that track from rolling back that way. The goal is to see if we kind of can't let it lay down across that roller. I'm afraid we may hit that right there. We'll just have to kind of play it by ear here and see how it goes. Can you come back to yourself, Eddie? There you go. Come on down now. man. Come on down. Let go up on top side. Hey! Oh, come up. There you go, down a little bit. It's clearing. We come around and give you a hand. All right, if we can just get it up over that roller, I think we're golden, man, behind the scenes. What, you want to try a good old-fashioned pry bar and see what happens?
I think so. You know how to use one?
Well, it's been a while, but I'll see what I can do.
All that seat time you've had here lately.
Well, I know I can do it with an excavator.
Up.
Well, yeah, at least to get a bite on it. Got it part of the way, didn't we?
Got part of the way.
Oh. I can't get a... Got to find a way to get a different bite.
Need a block. Need a
Yep.
block. Here, might get you. Oh man. Yep, yeah. You got 2 pry bars?
None of this size.
Okay, well, this side you need to be on.
What we just take the crane, like you said, hook it right there, right above that roller.
Like what?
Hook that crane right here.
Like what?
Like you said. I don't think the audio's working.
Oh, really?
No. Audio.
That's one of them time lapse videos.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
exactly. Go easy. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, that worked.
Get in there?
Oh, we need a little bit, there's a little bit of a shove right here. It's close. It's hitting right here, Aaron. We're on the home stretch, buddy. Come on, there it goes, there it goes. I'll get your attention. If we can get it on there, we may be able to follow the dozer up and just back it up.
Yeah. I'll move it back over.
Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Oh, shoot. Here.
All right, now go. Hope, 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 hope. Go down. Man behind the scenes, I think we just about got it. I wish we had our roller. We don't, but it is what it is. So,
man, you realize how much that would help?
I know. I hope Todd watches this and realizes how bad we suffer. He's probably mad because we got used tracks and not new tracks.
Yeah, you know, if this was live right now, I guarantee you he'd be sitting there watching, drinking his Diet Dr. Pepper, eating all kinds of junk food, watching, laughing.
All right, I think at this point, you want to fire this thing up and we'll see if we can just use the sprocket to roll that back a little bit farther.
Yeah.
We need to make sure we watch for oil leaks.
Yeah.
Fire and hole.
Let's go for it.
Oh yeah, she's on we got oil pressure.
All right, we'll be let it roll back a third of the way down. All right. See what it'll do. Oh. Hey. You up. Okay. A little more. A little more. Close to half. You all right?
I'd also pull that slack out of there so we don't have that roller in there.
Yeah. Also about pulled the jack out of there too. Oh.
All right, so we got her looped around here, and they are some fine thread. Whoops, get back here. 3/4 fine thread down in there, and those threads are in pretty bad shape, and we need to get this cleaned up pretty good here to make sure we get a good fit. So Aaron's got a wire wheel he's gonna put on the grinder. I'm gonna find something to run this tap in and out of there, and let's get that cleaned up, then we'll see if we can get it connected. You wanna hold that up so we can get a good look out of there?
Oh yeah.
Them didn't clean out too bad at all, did they?
Nope.
For what they were. Can you guys even see down there? Probably not. I was a little worried about it when I first seen them, but I think that'll work pretty good. So in full disclosure, we do have all new bolts coming. We're replacing the bolts, but then we're also coming with our roller, which Todd has.
Again.
So tonight, we're just gonna go ahead and stick one bolt in there to hold it together. That way, whenever the new bolts get here, we can just zip the 3 good bolts in, pull this one out, and put it in. So I think that made sense. What we've done in the past is let's grab it right down there with the crane. Once we get it engaged the sprocket, we can put a jack underneath it, and then we can just manually fold that up. Does that make sense?
Yep. Makes sense.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Man behind the scenes, that lined up absolutely fabulous.
Yes, it did.
We got the rest of that cleaned up. The rest of that cleaned up. We went ahead and cleaned up 2 of the old bolts so we don't mess up our new threads we just cut. I think the last thing we need to do is pop that pad on there. Why don't you, you want to hold that pad up?
Yeah.
Compare it to the new ones to see if they're any taller or bigger. We have to use 1 shoe off the other set of rails. That grouser looks considerably bigger, doesn't it?
Like this.
There's a difference. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
Went down that much? These are definitely, what would you say, probably 3/4 of an inch taller maybe? They're definitely in a little better shape.
Yeah.
All right, enough playing around.
All right.
He-Man are up there.
Now.
Yep, just like so. We're gonna put 1 bolt in each side for now. Where'd our impact go? Right there. That is definitely not the right.
That's it.
Definitely not the.
Oh, I got it. That'll work.
Hold that thought.
15, 16.
Take 2. Well, that tightened up nice. Hey, 1 track on for the most part. We won't know for sure how wore or not wore they are until we tighten it up, but I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. I think these are definitely in better shape than the ones we took off, which is pretty good for a junkyard buy.
Yeah.
Get us by for a little longer.
Scrap price?
That's exactly what I don't actually. By today's standard, I gave less than scrap price for it. And I still got my old ones to sell for scrap, so I'll come out even on this deal.
Yeah.
All right, you guys see it. 1 side done, 1 side to go. You know the process. We're gonna let you time lapse on this one. Well, man, behind the scenes, we have a second track on.
Yes, we do.
Do you think they will notice in the time lapse that you used an impact on a tap and broke it and we had to torch it out?
That's not how it went, and they will see that in time lapse.
Exactly how.
They will see who burnt the
Exactly how it went down.
tap out.
You know, the whole time I was doing that, I'm like, this is probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
At least it didn't break off in the really deep hole.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, at least I broke it off in the shallow hole.
Yeah, all the way at the bottom. Yeah.
All right, guys, there we got it. Both tracks are on. It's late this evening. I think the plan is in the morning we're going to get a hold of Todd.
Somebody's been pouting about the time.
We're going to get a hold of Todd, see how close our other roller is to being here. If it's close, we're going to wait on it. If it's not close, we're probably just going to tidy this thing up, get it back out the door, and we'll put the roller when it comes on because we got some, woo! What was that? Easy dozer. We got some other stuff we need to get in the shop to get taken care of, including the other 850J. So I don't want to sit in here burning up shop space while we're waiting on parts, but it's going to be a week or so. So anyways, we will check back with you guys in the AM. We have been piddling in the shop for the last 2 days, and you haven't recorded anything.
No, it's not me.
The camera was sitting over there the whole time, charged battery, ready to go.
You didn't want to record because you didn't want my beautiful face on there again. That's what it was. I can just hear your fans now.
We'll see how many people in the comments agree with that. So, anyways, we've just been kind of just tinkering here a little bit. We pulled the D4 back in. There's a grease hose back here that goes from this fitting. You can kind of see the silver back there up to here, which allows you to grease that joint back there. It was blowed. We ended up having to take that whole cylinder out of there. Turned into a much bigger ordeal than what we anticipated.
Yes, it did.
Got that fixed. Aaron's been working on getting the exhaust back on. If you guys watch Captain Kleeman's channel, you'll know that he damaged it, attempted to repair it. Any comments?
You did all right. You did all right.
Now you're good. That's not what you said when the light wasn't flashing.
I gotta be nice to him. Now, if it was you, I wouldn't be so nice. But there's only a few holes that I found.
You did welding on it for 3 hours.
I know. I put probably just as much weld as he did. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to blend that in. Blend it in real good. See, before it was real choppy, where this don't quite match up to that. So I had to build all that up so I could kind of blend it in.
You happy with it now?
What we call in bowl making term, we did kind of like the swedge.
The swedge?
Tube, yes.
So you and the pipe did the swedge?
Yeah.
Sounds like a dance class or something.
But I am happy with it, even though after we got it on, it's nice and straight here, but like from right here up.
Hold on, let me walk around here.
It's kind of bent back a little bit, so the fit up, I give a C minus.
Well, you gotta remember, at one time, let me hold on here. So right now it's here.
Kind of, yeah.
But at one time that tip was touching there. so it's
80% better.
It's definitely improved.
So we'll give him a B. Yeah. B minus instead of a C minus.
So anyways, like I said, just kind of tinkering on this thing. We are still waiting on the top roller on this. I don't think we're gonna get it before this thing needs to go out. Aaron and I did pull the floorboard out of this dozer and replaced this one hose right here that was leaking. It comes underneath this mat, goes into the tank. Finished up the oil change, got all the stuff back on. I've actually been going around this morning checking fluids and different things in the service manual here to check. One thing I wanted to check on is these things right here are supposed to have oil in them. I've checked those in the past. I want to check them again, so I checked those. Got the final drives all checked. Everything's checking out. A lot of checking going on here. Everything's checking out good. So I think what we're going to do next is probably go ahead and try to get this track tensioned up. And we'll probably just go ahead and tension up the other track because I need to get this out here to get some other stuff in. And whenever that roller finally shows up, we'll probably just take the skid steer or the forks or something, hold that track up, slide that roller in and go for it. So these two are being lazy in the shop today. Being a nice guy, because if you guys can see outside, we've actually got a little bit of a winter wonderland going on out there. So definitely a good day to be in the shop. So you enjoying the nice warm heated floor, huh? How about you? Stay over here and behave. You can stay in here. That's simple. All right, Aaron's getting that painted. I'm gonna finish getting some fluids checked. And then we're gonna try to get a tight track tensioned up. It don't look too bad.
Tell you what, no, I think by the time I get done,
I mean, that paint definitely makes your welds look better.
Not my welds, not my welds. I can't claim them. I won't do that to Kleeman. I'll let him claim them.
Kleeman may not be a welder. I'm not for sure if you're a painter.
What do you mean? Oh, it's still drying.
Still, hey, runs don't make it run better.
Oh man, I tell you what it was. Remember how
I can't wait to hear this.
I said we need to paint that before we put it on. What I'm doing is I'm getting in a bind around this backside, around the air breather, and I can't. And well, I was too close. Too close is what it was. But after I put the second coat on, you'll never see it. The rest of it, though.
Except for this big streak right here you missed.
No, that is the seam. That's the seam. See how perfect that is?
I don't think so, Tim.
That is the seam right there. Hey, but as you were pointing things out, did you point the new light I put on there?
Well, no. Oh, yeah, we forgot about that.
Yeah.
That is actually the super bright spotlight from Todd at Trucker Track. you guys go to shoptruckertrack.com, be sure you use promo code DIRT because it saves you 5%, which more importantly costs Todd 5%. So,
We just ain't gonna let him take an axe handle.
all right, Aaron's gonna throw a second coat on that. I'm still checking some final drive stuff. I just have to give him a hard time about his paint job because he's giving Kleeman a hard time about his welding job. And I'm glad to see you two are still comfortable. This is the third time in this video I've threatened to adjust tracks and we're doing something other than that. Do you want to explain what we're trying to do this time?
Well, last time, Mr. Dirt Perfect had this out. See, the door wasn't shut no more. So when you take it shut, can you show them how it's sticking out here and it's shoved in here? And
I told you to be careful. Actually, I think we're going to blame this one on Jared.
We're blaming this one on Jared.
I have video evidence that Jerry put dirt in my way, which caused me to roll over in a ditch.
Oh, that's what it was.
And he offered no help. You know what Jerry did? He pushed more dirt in.
Well, that sounds like something you would do.
If you guys remember back putting the keyway in on the last job, I think the video was the last keyway from HE double hockey sticks maybe. And the dozer got wedged down in there and it kind of crinkled out there a little bit. I'd like to get that straightened up. It's kind of driving me crazy. So we're gonna get the porta power to it and see what happens. I don't think this is gonna be real exciting, so we'll just show you the end result.
Yeah.
Well, how'd we do? Is it perfect?
You didn't want your name on it, so you just put perfect on it, huh?
You took part of my sticker off.
No, I am pleased with it.
It's
now.
not, I'll tell you what, it's not perfect, but it's really damn close. And after looking at it, actually, it's better than this side. This side's been this way since I owned it. So, the question is, we're gonna make this side as good as the other side now?
I think we need to. I think we need to tweak it just like you did the other one. Why not? It's in here.
Well, we know how to do it now.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna adjust this door, then I promise we're eventually going to adjust the tracks. This is like the 15th or 16th clip where we claimed we're going to adjust the track.
Well, quit finding problems and we can adjust them tracks.
And this is like 3 days later. The tracks are still not adjusted. We still don't have a top roller. And we found more issues. But the stack is painted.
We don't want to show them the hood though.
You got your run fixed, but we do have some overspray. So, whenever I was going to put the floorboard back on this thing, and I was greasing, there's a grease fitting up here that goes down below, I'll show you, to a pin. And I noticed this grease hose was blowed. So basically the grease was not going where it was supposed to be going. Well, that turned into needing to pull the belly pan off to replace this hose, because we're trying to get all the stuff fixed on this thing, right? And yeah, so one thing led to the other. So I guess let's go underneath and
put that
see if we
line
can
in.
reinstall this.
Then we'll put the belly pan back on.
And then are we gonna adjust the track?
Then we're gonna, yes.
I think they're beginning to think we're lying to them that we're not gonna adjust the track.
I'm
beginning to think we're lying to ourselves that we're not gonna adjust the track. All right, under we go. I don't think we're properly socially distancing down here.
No.
All right, so this is the main pin right here that this track frame kind of pivots on. And this grease hose actually goes right in there where that grease fitting's at. We put a fitting in there just to make sure it's going to take grease. You guys remember about 2 years ago, there's a whole video on the channel trying to get this side to take grease because the same problem happened to. I think the video is called a stubborn grease fitting or something. So we actually replaced this side with brake line. That's what I had in the shop at the time, and it seems like it's been holding up fairly well. But we went ahead and got a rubber hose on this one. So basically we're going to take that fitting out, put this hose in there, get this section of belly pan back on, and then hopefully we're going to adjust the tracks. All right, line is on, line is hooked up. It is clearing everything up through there, so I'm not worried about it rubbing anymore. We're going to get this belly pan thrown on here and then get to the tracks.
Got the hoodie all greased up.
Yeah, luckily I have my hoodie on because somebody dropped grease like right down here somewhere. I think it was on purpose up there.
Hey, I wiped the rest of it off. You won't have no more fall.
All right, It is finally. This is the clip. This is the clip where we're going to adjust the track. We're going to do it for real. So if you guys that don't know, there's a cylinder right here. You may have seen we took the tracks off. It's got a grease fitting on top of it right here. And basically we take a grease gun, pump grease in this, it'll shove this forward. Whenever it shoves this forward, it shoves the front idler forward, and the front idler gets shoved forward. It tightens the track. You ready?
No. Somebody put a new grease fitting in.
It'll come out of there. There you go.
Just had to turn it a little bit.
And we're off, folks.
Here we go.
Yep, she's moving. All right, we got that track adjusted up, guys. I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. One of the main reasons we changed these out, and you can see it pretty clearly right here, is the old one had to be all the way, this here was actually all the way out here. You can see the difference in the shiny right there. And I was out of adjustment. I couldn't go any further to keep the track tight. That is probably, man, if that was a new track, I would expect it to be back about here. So we're here. So we got quite a bit of life left in this rail. Judged off that. The other problem I had before is where the grease fitting goes in was actually way up underneath here. You couldn't even get to it anymore. So you guys can see how much more adjustment we got there as well. So that's definitely good. We don't have this thing as the final adjustment. I think I looked in the book. If you put a straight edge from here to here, you're supposed to have 1.5 inch deflection between the rollers. I don't have the new bolts in right here yet. We're still waiting on these from Todd as well. So as we get the new bolts in, and with these tracks being a little bit stiff, I want to take them outside and run them a few times. And after we run them a few times, getting them loosened up, and then we'll do the final adjustment on it. But long story short, we're going to be in good shape. These tracks are definitely in better shape than the ones I bought. Keep in mind, I bought these for scrap price. Scrap price has went up. I can sell my old tracks for the new higher scrap price, which basically means we got a set of tracks for free.
That's good.
That's good news.
Free.
And I think, I'm pretty confident we'll probably at least get 1,000 hours out of these tracks if we got to do any more work to them or anything major. So that was my ultimate goal. So success. Waiting on Todd. We still don't have our upper roller. This thing needs to roll out of here. We got our stuff we need to get in to keep stuff cycling through. So we're going to go ahead and tighten up this track as well. Probably back this thing out. We'll have to loosen the track up. We'll take a loader or a skid steer or something, hold the track up, slide the roller in. Not a huge deal. I just don't want to keep shop space tied up over waiting on that particular part. So let's get this one tightened up, and then we'll probably get this stuff wiggled out of here. Man, behind the scenes, I think it's time for 2 dozers to exit the facility.
They've been sitting here long enough. I
don't know what else we could do to them. We went through them with both with a fine-tooth comb. I think they're ready to go back to work. So well, let's roll out. Man, them tracks seem to roll really smooth. I didn't see any links catching. I think we're gonna be all right. All right, one out, one to go. Well, there you have it, guys. With the exception of one top roller and a couple bolts, I believe the 850B and the D4G are ready to roll for the summer. We're going to head back down to the shop where it's nice and warm, get it all cleaned up and tidied up. Today is actually Saturday. I'm hoping Monday we'll get the 850J in the shop. We got a handful of things we're going to do to it and possibly a few upgrades. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.